Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we start today's video, I want to thank everyone for the support on TikTok. I recently hit 11k on there, and I'm beyond grateful. You guys are awesome. Now that I've said that, today's video is going to be my problems with K-pop TikTok. My main platform is TikTok, and I've seen it all. So today, we are gonna go over the main issues on there. There's a lot of problems I have with K-pop TikTok, but this video would be too long to cover it all, so this will be just the main issues. Number 1. Constant fan wars. Every few weeks fandoms get into drama which just gets unbelievably toxic. Like we have Orbit's Darksing stays sending death threats, Armies and Blinks are always in some sort of argument, and recently Midses and Revelovs are at each other's throat over which group has the most music video views. I'm a multi-stan, so I always end up seeing fan wars between fandoms I'm in, and it's awful. Just enjoy the music and support your favs without harassing others, and even committing literal crimes over pop groups. It's so dramatic. Number 2. The troll accounts. Now you may be wondering why troll accounts are so bad. They are trolls and I shouldn't take them seriously, but these trolls are not funny. These trolls are the ones who make jokes about dead idols like Sully, or make fun of relatives of idols who have passed away. They make insanely racist comments and often pretend to be transracial for attention. They're also insanely ableist, homophobic, etc. A lot of these accounts also make up sexual assault rumors, saying an idol sexually assaulted their fabs as an excuse to harass said idol even if it's quite obviously not true. It's pathetic, and it isn't funny. You just have no personality, and need to scoop that low for the slightest bit of attention. Number 3 is the homophobia, transphobia, and racism that's so normalized. First, we will talk about homophobia. People fuss over idol sexualities, assuming they are queer or straight, and attacking anyone who thinks otherwise. Or people who attack queer idols, such as Holland, they say he's not appropriate for the K-pop industry. Secondly, transphobia. People will assume idols are transgender if they look more masculine or feminine. Biggest victims of this are Lisa from Blackpink and Jimin from BTS. People mock them for looking too masculine and too feminine, and call them transgender. And then we have the Black Swan antis who call Fatah transgender, because she's got a quote-unquote masculine voice. This roots in racism though, as black women are always hyper-masculinized and it's disgusting. Then we have the racism. There's so much I can't even cover it all. People attack people of color who anti a group, because said group has appropriated their culture, said a slur, etc. This is common in the black and DC community, since they are who get mocked the most by idols. They have every right to be uncomfortable with groups like BTS, Blackpink, Luna, Stray Kids, etc. And people who aren't in the offended community have no right to tell them otherwise. Number 4 is the Islamphobia. A lot of people attack Muslims who have been offended by a group or idol who has mocked their religion. Such as Ispa who laughed at an Islamophobic joke. It's nobody's business, but Muslims who they choose to dislike, if they have been upset by an idol. As someone who's a white atheist, I'm not in the position to harass people of color and Muslims who have been offended by idols or groups. Some people on K-pop TikTok care more about music than they do racism and Islamphobia. It's ridiculous. They've dropped all their morals to defend some K-pop group or idol who don't even know they exist, and it's sad to see. Number 5 is the problematic popular K-pop TikTokers. I'll use Literallyiu as an example, although there is a lot of accounts like them. Literallyiu got popular on K-pop TikTok for using the same fancam of IU in every video with the same sound as they responded to comments with witty comebacks. But just days after their popularity rised, they got exposed for racism. They were a white girl who claimed to be both Asian and black. There's so many pop TikTokers like this who have done the same thing or worse. There's no need to pretend to be a race you aren't. It's a horrible thing to do, and I'll never understand it. Number 6 is the unsafe fancams that return every few months. An unsafe fancam is basically just a normal fancam, but right at the end they'll show a jump scare or something outright traumatizing. It could be a disturbing clip from a horror film or something as bad as people self-harming or dead bodies. It's pathetic, and the whole reason behind them is just for fame and shock. Number 7 is blanks. For anyone who doesn't know, a blank is a hardcore blink. They are known to put other groups down by body shaming and just being horrible to them so they can bring up Blackpink, and they are also known for defending the Pink's problematic actions. They call every group that isn't Blackpink a flop, even groups such as BTS and Twice who are the complete opposite of flops. As for defending the Pinks, they usually say stuff like Lisa looked hot whilst culturally appropriating, say her braids look better on her than they do black people, and more disgusting stuff. You can support Blackpink without saying they look hot whilst saying or doing racist things. Blanks are ignorant morons and I can't stand them. Number 8 is the fact a lot of K-pop TikTokers can't grasp the concept of an opinion. Someone will say they don't like a song and some angry K-pop stan will come in here acting like that person just murdered their grandma, kidnapped their dog, and ran their best friend over with a truck. It's dramatic. Their logic is, oh, you don't like sticker? Guess I'll have to dox you and send threats to your entire family. It's stupid, immature, and dangerous. They get so mad over an opinion to the point they actually put people in legitimate danger. Number 9 is the fact it's impossible to please a K-pop TikToker. This is common in Kpop YouTuber as well, but it's so common for K-pop stans on TikTok to just complain about anything and everything. They'll complain about groups having a break, but then complain that they should need a break. When they start putting music out, they always have something negative to say about every single song that's released. I honestly can't believe people consider themselves K-pop fans, but don't actually like K-pop music. It's so bizarre. There's no need to make multiple TikToks shitting on groups and songs, just because you're hard to please. Just post something people actually care about, then maybe your account will stop flopping. Lastly, number 10 is the koreaboos. The K-pop fans who only eat Korean foods think the Korean language is aesthetic, wear Korean uniforms and wear just K-fashion clothes. They try to learn Korean, but make no effort to actually learn pronunciation. They call everyone Unni and Oppa, and put eyeliner on to make them look more Korean. They do much more than this to try come across as Korean, and sometimes even change their name to a Korean name and claim they are Korean when they are not. It's so creepy, and a lot of Koreans have said it makes them highly uncomfortable, especially because a lot of koreaboos fetishize Koreans and Korea by making it seem all adorable and innocent, which is a common stereotype pushed upon Koreans. It's so weird. You can think Korea and its culture is beautiful without being creepy about it and pretending to be Korean. Anyways, that's all for today's video. I was a bit rude a few times in this video, but I feel like it's justified. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment on this if there's anything you disagree with, want to add on, or your personal issues with Kpop TikTok. My social medias are all on the screen and I'd appreciate some followers over there. I'm quite active on all of them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or night, wherever you are, and goodbye.